The mistakes out there. So let's see what Christine does as she swings the car around to the... Oh, no! She has had a whopper of a crash. So she's going down, takes a bit too much of the rear end. It just slides round and, as you say, fairly innocuous, but a really big crash. She goes over on the side, then over front to back as well. My word, I am so sorry for that team, Veloce.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly like I was talking about. Man, it went over too. I was right. You know, pushing obviously on a rookie, Tony, you talked about it. Again, come off of that corner, got light, and that thing was long for the ride, but very aggressive pushing.
That is not at all what you're looking for. That kid is sitting there going, what happened?
They're 2 and 3 wide behind him. Crossover, that's Austin Hill in the 21. Big crash, up and over. Caution is out. And I would be anxious to see how close it was at the time of caution, because look right here, it looks like the 16's out front. Whew, it had to be really close.
The caution wasn't out at that point when they left our screen, so he was clearly ahead by the time he left the bottom of your monitors on television. But unfortunately, Anthony Alfredo getting into the back of the 31, and
something broke in the back of the truck, it looks like. Maybe, would you think maybe a track bar mount or something?
Something like that, yeah.
In the rear end?
Yeah, looked like it. He got down on the painted double yellow line, but I don't think that should have been enough to turn that thing around.
It wobbled him over that way.
Yeah.
And then watch this pack of trucks coming at him.
In the fourth spot, and there's contact. Drew Dollar hard into the wall.
I think her and Tony got together there.
Driving all day long.
another good save by Tony.
Yeah, yeah.
She could own the sweep moves of the race, all of them.
I was going to say
all three of them. All three.
Whoa, hang on, Alex. Oh, that thing hangs a right, comes across, and pancakes the wall.
Coming out of turn number 1. They're side by side again through turn number 2. Who's going to come out of 3? Oh, the contact! Both drivers are off! Rowe and Neveau! Contact in turn number 2. As I said, they were battling. It was an over-under. Here they come through the corner. Does something happen to the inside? No, that was just Miles Rowe, I think, not giving it up on the outside. You can see that trying to come through turn number 2. And how does Jace Denmark get through unscathed? There they are. Oh, more contact. Couple drivers. Oh, we're going to stack it up coming through turn number 8 and 9. That is 3 drivers involved there.
Very, very close indeed down to the first corner. Sam Pearley pulls out in the blue car, tries to go all the way around the outside. He's got the second position in a roll. A roll at the start of the race.
Another cover, or maybe there's a bit of, oh no, all on your own. Got it completely wrong, and the curb did the rest.
Yeah, that wasn't nice after all. I mean, it was a slow landing.
And see if we can delve a little deeper into what happened here. That's a hard hit. Ross Chastain.
It's a better angle. Yeah, just... He knew it right there. He's got his foot on the gas saying, oh no, oh no, oh no. Look at him on the gas knowing he's about to hit it. Luckily, he hit it towards the right rear corner of that car.
But I think if and Chang over aggressive again, this one's going to be a bit more intense.
Angle of it, the 07 just, oh jeez, nothing he can do.
No, nothing he can. Those things happen so fast.
But look at that give in the safer barrier. Yep. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Look how high the back tires came off the ground. If he's going to pit. Yeah, you see the 34 just sideways in front of him. Jeez, there's nowhere to go. Look how far under the 99 was under the 6 car. That's called windshield deep. When you see the rear tires up on your windshield.
I don't see any.
Yeah, the rear.
You could hear the under rotation at the rear end, and that's what came around.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult because he lost it really early. If you see when he went left, it's true, you know what I mean? He going sideways, and, you know, yes, the barrier could be a little softer maybe, but
Let's have a look from the off-board again. So I think he might...
It fires it across, doesn't it?
I'm sure he got hit by that piece of bodywork.
Et les feux qui s'allument. Et c'est parti. Et c'est bien parti pour un pilote CRT. Ouh, ça a tapé très fort derrière Victor Bujon, qui est parti à la faute avec une voiture de l'équipe CLRT.
What happened here? Everything played out in front of cameras. And it's difficult to say who was in fault in this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times around, rolled at least 9 times.
And this is why, wow, gets airborne. Smack into the wall. Reminiscent of the crash at Sebastian.
Now this is how the Mercedes lost it. Oh, it looks as though he's had some... Has he had some help there from the race leaders?
Oh, that was a Lacey.
That was a Lacey. That is a monster accident. Now we're going to see it again. Was there contact? There might have been the slightest dash of contact from a Lacey as he was going through. Now is that going to be an investigation for them to get some slipstream? This could bring them a couple of car lengths in front. Goodness me, the Prius was actually coming into the pits. So that was tight. And now they've got, oh, a big shunt. Oh, I can't believe it. That is a massive accident on the home straight.
Inside, perhaps, can he find a way through? Simerson sees it coming, covers him off, can Seal do the up and under, coming into the home straight. They get side by side, there's a touch there, and they both spin off, and it's a big crash for John Seal and Simerson.
Debris, and picked up that debris and flicked it back. I don't know whether that was part of the event.
I think it may well be, you know.
Oh,
wow.
No, that's
big.
Thanks, sitting in the garage and watching. And there we can see von Skeltmar making contact there. Now, we didn't see from that point of view. That's where Tommy Lindroth went around.
Comes to a halt, so it was the 89 car that he got together with. That was quite a heavy impact. From that angle, you see how heavy it was. It was Matej.
No confio você vê aí o replay. Ele ainda estava acelerando para se aproximar do carro que estava à sua frente, que é o líder da prova, né? Já havia sido alcançado pelo safety car. Por muito pouco não atingiu.
Loose off the corner, had to get completely out of the gate. Oh, he's got right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin Noah Chastain hit him, turns Chase Elliott around in the wall.
And totals Chase Elliott's car.
Car's lucky to not get upside down.
And then has a big moment. Oh, that's a big hit into the wall.
Huge crash. That is an absolutely huge crash. Of budgets, but it let go, hit the Armco, spun around.
What happened? So it just turned right, and almost like when he lifted off, with engine braking almost.
Hughes. Oh, he's all action right now. Oh! And that's horrible. That's a big crash. He'd been on the limit all the way through. He'd been into the barriers before.
And that's what sends him towards the wall, look.
Yeah, there you go. So he's heading places to watch motor racing in the world, but of course, no runoff, no get out, and a big job for Van Amersfoort Racing to do.
Interesting situation there. You saw Scott Dixon had pulled out on Devlin differential.
Oh,
spin! Oh, Dalton Kellett in the turn one wall very hard.
First crash of the month of May, and it's a big one.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, he almost got it. Wow, went up and over. Front end just got a little bit up in the air. The wind caught it.
Wow, big gap between VK and Alex Palou. Just got loose down in the middle of turn 2. Wow, fireball as the gearbox explodes, dumps. Just loses it. Looks a lot like Rinus VK in a very similar spot.
Much earlier in the corner, it seems like he lost the back end.
Driver the 28 was dealing with, and like we've seen from VK and Ilott, the two drivers that crashed earlier, the rear end just steps out in traffic, and that is a massive left side hit.
Wow, that is big.
Wicked wiggle at the apex of turn 4. That could have been
turn 3,
even worse. Sorry, 3.
He stopped in turn 4 because of the speed you're carrying. And I'll tell you what, guys, once you hit the first time and get rid of that, the car went all the way around so early, it was a completely forward impact. That is one of the worst angles to hit.
Whereas, yeah, this year wasn't the case.
Just watching. Oh, Lacasse. Oh, and a touch for the man-side Porsche. This is going to go into the barriers hard. And it has done at the Tiergarten.
John, that's the brothers.
And an 8th win for Olaf Meintein. There was a tiny little touch there through that right-handed portion as they were coming up the hill. Good job by one of the get speed.
Suarez. Briscoe got into the back of Suarez, and he gets pounded.
Dang it. Oh,
Busher's upside down.
I think he hooked a drain. I think it rolled underneath the car, and that's what flipped the car. The upper A-framers broke. The whole right front suspension dug in.
That was Todd Gilliland tried to go high and just didn't have enough room.
See that right front wheel dug underneath the car, and that's what dug in and caused it to start flipping. Violent crash.
It's in upside down, as you can see, and the roll hoop and the halo very much doing its job before the car digs in. And
just to reassure you, yeah. So whether George got a little tap on his right-hand side, I don't know, but
so here is Alex Albon now, and he gets the tap. Nothing he can do. Sent into the barriers, just avoids.
in front of him. So what it was just so many oh wow, so much contact.
With Jan de Rubler, he's side by side. Oh no, contact. Dennis Hauger is off. Dennis Hauger is off and into the path of another car. Big accident there. Dennis Hauger.
Launch cars into the air. That is the most frightening accident you will see. The halo saving the life of
belting off the front.
Yeah, that's the we see him. Oh, and that's a pretty big. Yeah, and he hits the front of the car pretty heavily into that 90 degrees into the
third or equal third, fourth position. Oh well, what happened? He went up the inside of Marzio Moretti, who hit the curb, bounced across. All looks okay. He's now pointing the right direction, trying to get drive, and unfortunately the 29 car that yesterday was in the wars.
Around the outside, Arjun Maini then a big bold move right from the start, and Arjun Maini and Frank Pereira make contact, and Arjun Maini has got around, and then there is the Arjun Maini car that had got really stacked and damaged, but actually not so. That just got attacked by Esteban Moot involved. Let's see what happened here. Oh my goodness me, that was a big hit from behind, and then another.
For me, it's the third time already, you know, like. We always there, we always fighting, and today I just braked in turn 1. I was already like P7, and then like when I go to the corner, I got a massive hit from behind from the BMW.
Gets to the field, they can't see. It's smoke and dust all the way across. More coming in too fast and more contact.
A huge impact.
In
single seater. Yeah,
oh,
so watch it. There we go.
Oh, big impact.
That's why I don't like these sausage curbs here. The cars are traveling too fast to
Same
go
as
sideways over
Silverstone
them.
last week.
Maybe that was Miyake and Hirakawa.
Oh, touching!
That is a big crash for Sasha.
Oh my God!
2, 1. Full course yellow, full course yellow. This is for conditions. Full course yellow.
I mean, you can see.
Oh, Mortara! Eduardo Mortara, the championship leader, has aquaplaned off. Oh, they're all off. They're all off.
Every one of them.
There's 4 cars off, isn't there? Down at turn 6. Right, here's what happened. Whoa, Cassidy. Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah, I mean, just.
Oh, my goodness me.
What? I mean. Look at the water, just hit a puddle. Massive puddle.
Oh, he's in.
This is Eileen coming through. Yep. Same view. Ooh, she really carried some speed. That was sizable. This is Anthony DiCarlo getting off over there and going inverted. And then right behind them, here comes. My goodness. Yeah, something is. All right, he's right there. That went around early, and then he came up right where Jack Zhang was running on the normal racing line. So that was a substantial hit. Even in the wet, you're building some pretty good speed. Coming down, but it got Jan Bernier, and you saw he got his left side tires up, and it was a particularly wet area of the track. Thank goodness for the safer barriers.
He's in such a vulnerable position.
So now the spin, and look at all the smoke. So you want to say, all right, here's where I want to go, but you're just trying to miss him. And then it happens that quick. I mean, that decision has to be made.
The 73.
Ooh, a little help from behind there on Amber.
Yeah, it looked like Jason Kitzmiller, the 97, got into Amber as they were going into the tunnel turn. And then nowhere for these other drivers to go.
Well, I don't know. The first time we saw it was coming through the exit
out of Blanchimont on the dirt and just gets, just gets sucked out into that.
Oh, is this going to be a contact between two cars? It is. Oof. It is. The Mercedes tags the rear of the McLaren and it turns sharp right. And McLaren, let's look at it from this head-on view. Yeah, he goes, and he hits that. That's a big, big impact. But remember, the McLaren has got what they call a monocell. It's a full carbon fiber chassis.
The car's run wide, so in a minute, expect to see it come spearing across the racetrack. There it is, and bang. And I think that was a Cayman, wasn't it?
Into the inside as close as they can as they now weave to the outside. Oh, big launch, big shove in the back. And that's what sends Santiago Ramos into the barrier. And here is the next piece of the replay too, as you can now see the cars filtering their way out, some venturing out to the gravel trap. There you can see certainly the collision further back and then the upend in the rear. That was Pietro Armani.
But then he's gonna, he's gonna make contact and suspension breakage for Logan Sargent. So just
again from the forward-facing angle, but it's really hard to see what tags are on there. It might be that he moved across on the Lamborghini, or the Lamborghini moved towards him, rather than involving the...
Just went straight into the barrier on the approach up to turn 7.
That drama on the first lap for Valentino Rossi has put the car 20th. Now that looked to me as though the safety car peeled off up at turn 2.
Absolutely, I don't know what that's all about.
Gara del pilota romano, poi lo spaventoso incidente di Pierluigi Alessandri che andrà a cappottarsi in maniera spaventosa alla staccata della curva.
Comes back on. Chairs caught in the sandwich, and
so that's happened a couple of times. So on the exit of the points are handed out today. Then we're going to have Boschong rejoin, and 3 into 1 doesn't go. That is how he exits the race along. And the double hit. That's Luca Giotto coming into the top 2. Oh, here we go then. Miney lost the rear, and unfortunately, it's Benavidez, the innocent victim. Here he is. Oh, that is a.
Moseka was very fortunate to get out of that one okay. Obviously managed to dodge all the collisions. Now that is the winner from yesterday's race as well. Dominic Schrammel obviously going off. That's part of the Motorsport team. You've obviously got as well.
You can see up the inside. Maybe Essen didn't see him though. He definitely saw him there, but then that is a big.
Cosa è successo? Si è toccato. Brutta botta questa. Brutta la botta, ricorda
sembra Malucelli.
3 curve e vedete quello che succede con Salvatore Tavano che va a sbattere.
E para limpar a gente vai revendo aí essa imagem, ó.
Você vê, ele acabou dando na quina do muro que acabou fazendo soltar. Ele deu azar, na verdade, né?
Pits with this red flag, but we've also got a 3-place grid penalty for Leon Kohler for exceeding track limits 4 times. We get a replay. That was a big hit, wasn't it? He just couldn't get the car stopped. That wet gravel will have compacted as well.
Na pista, como o Gaetano de Mauro, você está revendo aí. O Tuca bateu no único setor onde não tinha proteção de pneus ali no escape da última curva e acabou dando
shot. And then, don't know why he was sideways, having a mechanical issue, tire down, don't know, and then got turned to the right and head on into the wall. Oh, he's loose!
Oh, his phone! Oh, he's in the wall! Oh. Hard into the wall. Wow! The 7 of Allgaier as well. Brandon Jones is in it. Hemrick is involved.
A lot of playoff drivers.
Nowhere to go, man.
I mean, it's all looking okay there.
But then he's just slid wide.
I think he's, as you say, he's hooked the inside on the grass.
Watch it from the inside.
So watch, he takes a bit of grass on the inside, right?
Yeah, Jonas could feel that.
Oh, Alistair.
He's just come in too hot, and it's whether it's a note or not, but he's obviously not got round the tight left.
Okay, 2-5 right, very long.
3.7 at the first split. We got a massive slide. Oh!
Oh! It's missing front suspension down through the SS super quick, and it looked like perhaps the Lexus ran into the back of the prototype, which is gone.
Take a look and see what happened. There's the aftermath of it, and
Arjamaini, who had contact by the looks of it with Maro Engel. Looked like the two Mercedes came together on the run through Parabolica, and it was right in front of Joe Wittmann, challenging for the lead of the race, tries to carry the speed around the outside. Rennie Rast behind in third, contact further back there. Philip Eng getting involved with one of the Lamborghinis, which might be Clement Schmidt. We've got another Lamborghini, which is Rolf Eischen into the barriers. Second, Rast is third, but he's got Bortolotti barrelling up the inside of him now. On the brakes on the way to turn 8, he goes through the huge shunt behind. Massive shunt there, and Fireball as well. We've got 3, 4, 5 cars off. From this angle, just look at the midfield. Maxi Boot got delayed. Sheldon van der Linde was right behind the incident again and just carried the speed around the outside. Philip Eng got caught up in all of that as well. And then it was clipped the back of Dennis Olsen as just in front of him, this massive shunt between Preining and Schumacher. And then Maxi Boot got tangled up in that as well. Nick, here's a replay. Nick Cassidy there took a hit from Dennis Olsen as he... apologies for the language there, but you can understand it given the severity of that incident. So Schumacher trying to come around Preining then from his point of view there into the concrete wall.
battle with him. And sure enough, between Alessio Dono and Thomas Neubauer is 1.223 as someone has made contact. And I think that is Marco Pulcini, Nico. I think it is.
So he outbraked himself slightly and then wants to get back onto the track. Now, when you're there, you're out of control. So he had nowhere to go. Dale Wood had nowhere to go. Matt Campbell had nowhere to go. And does that... And Spark just there. But wasn't... He's been hit by, I think, at D'Alberto, wasn't it?
Faz a ultrapassagem, Márcio Maro tem carro saindo. Nossa, a batida é forte. Batida forte.
Many a mile around here in Formula Ford 1600. He's up to 9th and off the road there at high speed goes the car of Jack Bartholomew. This is a really interesting angle, this, because Theo Egerton, you can see, tries to go for that undercut. Will Martin either comes across the road or was tagged across the front of him.
Yeah, I think Will saw him in the mirror starting to go for that move and so tightened his line. It's not Marshall, that's just...
Through this, just in the corner too hard, trying to get the car to turn. Gosh, front legs locked up. Look at that.
Seeing 16-year-old Kai Askey as all of a sudden Torsten Kratz doesn't get away. There's a massive shot though for Jerome de Sadelier. The front of the car absolutely destroyed, and that was, it looked like Reiter Engineering's car of Freddie
It's
Hunt.
not over.
It's
not over.
Absolutely a massive pile up here.
Que vem sendo criado e guiado pelo Diego. Olha aí, ó. Nossa, a panca foi lá atrás, hein?
Into turn 11 to try to square off the exit. He's in the draft. I wonder if it's just an aggressive block here. Yeah, just a, wow, movement in reaction to the car behind you. Just a few feet earlier, he could have gone right into the side of that Armco and maybe split the car in half.
Attenzione qui all'uscita della curva, è brutta la botta invece.
Satchel is out of that there, and that's an unfortunate contact onto the car of Tommy Lindroth, and you can see that car just skating right across the gravel, and that is the...
Does this unpack what's gone on here? Oh, yes, horrible moment then for James Goldie. And then all this lot have got nowhere to go. They have literally arrived across the top of the curb, lucky not to roll it, and that has had the effect of tripping over Randall, and then the rest of them are all doing 150 kilometres an hour, and they drive smack bang into the middle of a gigantic mess.
Oh, he's lost the rear.
Wow. Man, we've seen some cars get crooked there.
That's into turn 14.
Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Right under the OTR bridge.
Yeah, the Audi and the Bentley were side by side, but I'm not sure, again, can't quite tell if there was contact. The Audi looks like
that wrapped things up, and this was Sergio Perez hard into the fence. Goodness me. And confirmation from the category, ouch, that Sergio
broke his collarbone in that incident, so we sent him out.
Olha a batida da Gineta, a batida do terceiro colocado da prova.
Esse do Senna, hein?
Levantou a proteção de pneu, safety car na pista. Olha o safety car, olha a esculhambação tomando conta da reta final da penúltima etapa do campeonato. Mas que pecado, a corrida da Gineta era boa demais. Vinha numa ótima terceira posição. A pancada. A pancada na Gineta do Porsche da Stuttgart. Escapou naquele mesmo ponto.
E já sob safety car, hein?
Exatamente. Sob safety car, mas porque ali tá muito liso. Vamos ver o replay.
O Ricardinho que tá no carro.
O Ricardinho perdeu a freada, acertaria o muro, mas já tinha um outro carro que havia batido anteriormente ali.
É por isso que os pilotos não descem do carro. Né?
Exatamente.
Só pra vocês saberem.
Em hipótese alguma.
E esses carros vão ter que ser reconstruídos.